It doesn't matter how hard it gets, or how many of them fall. They keep on fighting.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at 10 games to play while you wait for Fallout 5. Sometime within the next century. Maybe two.
I trust everything to you, Optim. Don't let me down.
Before we begin, we publish new videos all week long, so be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. The Outer Worlds.
Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
A sci-fi RPG might seem like a bit of a stretch to recommend to Fallout fans, but given that Obsidian Entertainment houses some staff who worked on New Vegas and even the older Fallout games, it will speak to you more than you may think. The Outer Worlds follows the formula of those older titles and encourages you to roleplay as deeply as you want. You can be the space scoundrel that specializes in pistols. You can invest stats into your charisma and see how often you can sweet talk your way out of a situation. Or you can unlock special dialogue for just having insanely low intelligence. There are so many different ways to play the Outer Worlds that it's like reliving the magic of New Vegas all over again.
Yes, I suppose I must. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Wasteland series. For those unfamiliar, the original Wasteland is actually what inspired the Fallout games way back in 1988. The difference between them is in tone and what type of RPG they are. Whereas Fallout is this goofy FPS with RPG mechanics, Wasteland is a much more serious CRPG where you have a top-down perspective and spend just a bit more time in menus and dialogue scenes. Sounds unappealing on the surface, but Wasteland can be just as captivating as Fallout, with its garish beasts and grim subject matter. Whether you want to play the originals or the latest game, every game in the series is available on PC, while Wasteland 2 and 3 are playable on console.
Don't let them scatter! Keep them together while I reload the rocket gun! Oh, man, I love this thing!
Borderlands 2. This recommendation might seem odd at first. After all, Fallout is more of an RPG first and a shooter second, at least from Fallout 3 onwards. Borderlands is a shooter first and an RPG second, but the way it integrates the two is done rather well. The reason why we're spotlighting Borderlands 2 particularly is because of how each character plays totally differently than the rest. With each character having 3 separate skill trees, you have so many different builds to play with while experiencing a great story. In other words, Fallout fans should feel right at home here. Just don't expect any of the other installments in the franchise to reach the same level of quality. Take it from a Borderlands fan. It's not pretty after this, but Borderlands 2 is definitely worth it.
Oh, it's the thought that counts, sweetie. But why don't you come back when you've got some real scratch?
Stalker series.
I'm not real talkative when there's a gun being waved in my face.
Part of Fallout's appeal is what little survival mechanics there are. You can eat and drink stuff to bolster your stats, but most of it is temporary. If you want a game with a little more inventory management and survival mechanics, then Stalker might be up your alley. We have to warn you, these games may not be for the faint of heart. Stalker leans more heavily into the horrors of nuclear fallout than Fallout or even Wasteland do. But hey, if the upcoming sequel is looking interesting to you, now is an excellent time to jump into these games, especially since developer GSC Game World released all 3 of the original games on console.
I don't get paid to listen to your shit.
So,
The boss does.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Join me for another day in our city of dreams!
Much like The Outer Worlds, Cyberpunk 2077 excels in the same area as Fallout New Vegas did: character creation. Originally, Cyberpunk 2077 faltered in this as you would get to such a high level that you could basically play however you wanted to, regardless of your investment in certain stats. But as of the 2.0 update, your stats matter now more than ever. And with an incredible story, fun side quests, and hidden secrets scattered across Night City, you might want to consider multiple playthroughs if you want to see everything this game has to offer.
well, show's over.
Mad Max.
Thank you, stranger.
Now, if you're wanting an apocalyptic game that has nothing to do with nuclear technology, Mad Max is an excellent break from that. Taking place before the events of the Fury Road movie, Mad Max thrusts you into a wasteland of sand, dust, scrap metal, and raging motors. As you help improve what few settlements remain and wear down Scabrous Scrotus' forces, you will acquire parts to upgrade your vehicle, the Magnum Opus. You'll unlock various tools like a harpoon, spikes, shotguns, knuckle bracers, and more to lay the hurt on those who dream to live, die, and live again. So if you want to break from discussions of nukes but want a post-apocalyptic world to play in, then come on over to a world of fire and blood.
So, you've killed your way here, just so I can pleasure myself with your twitching corpse.
Endzone, a world apart.
But we have prepared ourselves for our chance to make things right.
For those of you who actually enjoyed the base building mechanics of Fallout or even the mobile spin-off Fallout Shelter, you might want to check this game out. Endzone, a world apart, tasks you with building and governing a new society amidst the aftermath of a global ecological catastrophe. Send out explorers to gather resources and find what few survivors may be out there to help expand and grow your new civilization as you endure the deadly effects of radiation. Yes, it is a little more technical and demanding than Fallout Shelter, but if you want something with some extra challenge, Endzone might be perfect for you. Plus, a sequel is coming in the tail end of 2024, so now is a great time to try this out for yourself. Mutant Year Zero: Road to Eden. Now this one is specific to what few Fallout Tactics fans remain out there. Mutant Year Zero has more of a cartoonish style in its visuals and character design, but the gameplay is just as engaging. You will take control of Selma, Dux, and Borman as they venture out into a brutal world of nuclear war and disease. Whether you choose to have your party explore together or separately is up to you. Just be aware that searching and using flashlights can get your characters spotted easily, so you will have to strategize how much time you're spending in fights versus scavenging around.
Why are you out here? And you know why. The Ark's water pump is broken again, and Hammond said he needs more scrap to fix it.
Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic.
But don't worry, I've got the override codes. You'll have to use me to unlock the door.
Now this might be the most anti-Fallout game we could possibly recommend, but this goes out to those who love the immersive nature of RPGs in general. Though it is set in the Star Wars franchise, Knights of the Old Republic tells a unique story that gives you almost total freedom in how you want to experience it. You can choose to be the heroic Jedi Knight or the menacing Sith Lord you've always wanted to be, while meeting interesting characters along the way. The character creation may not get super deep, but story junkies will definitely get a kick out of Knights of the Old Republic, regardless of their passion or impassion for Star Wars.
Did you fall out of your bunk and hit your head? The Endar Spire is the ship we're stationed on. This ship. You probably don't even know who I am, do you?
Metro series.
And we hid from God's sight in the Metro, and we were saved from his wrath.
Yeah, this one has long been one of the more obvious choices for Fallout fans to experience. The Metro games, however, don't really give much room for role-playing. Despite this, they still deliver a brilliant experience to the player. From the bleak depiction of an apocalyptic Moscow to the commentary on the horrors of nuclear weaponry, the Metro series will satisfy any Fallout fan who enjoys thought-provoking narratives and intense encounters with unholy monstrosities born from radiation. A fourth game is in development at the time of this video, and you can usually get a bundle of all 3 games at a really great price if you catch it on sale.
You look fine to me, so get ready to go.
But what game do you think Fallout fans should try out for themselves?
I see we're in position. Good luck!
Did it make our list? Let us know down in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays for more great videos every day.